the statements of the US president about Somalis.
Somalia.
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 Somalians.
Angels up in the clouds, are jealous knowing we found something so wild from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground in the sanctuary.
Hello.
Shadow me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to God. Angels up in the clouds, are jealous knowing we found something so wild from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground in the sanctuary.
Hello.
Shadow me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to God. Angels up in the clouds, are jealous knowing we found something so wild from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground.
Welcome to Somalia.
Peace be upon you all, dear viewers. In this video, we will analyze controversial statements recently made by the President of the United States about the Somali people. We will look at what he said, how people reacted, and the possible consequences of these remarks. The US President made harsh statements about Somalis, especially those living in the United States. The statements were accused of using insulting language toward Somalis, linking Somalis to narratives about problematic immigrants, suggesting that Somalis do not contribute any benefit to the country. These statements particularly affected Somalis living in states such as Minnesota. How Somalis responded, especially Somali youth living in America. Somalis living in the United States, especially young people, reacted in different ways to these statements. Some used social media. Some organized peaceful protests. Others responded through awareness campaigns and explanations. Somali youth showed that they are lawful citizens. They contribute positively to American society. They do not accept discrimination or insults. Challenges that may result from the President's statements. Such statements can lead to serious consequences, including an increase in hatred and discrimination, security threats against Somalis, fear and anxiety among families, negative effects on U.S.-Somalia relations. A single word spoken in one place can reach millions of people. Reaction of the American public and support for Somalis. Not all Americans supported these statements. Many said that America is a country where all races can live together. Many Americans stood in solidarity with Somalis. Politicians and public figures defended Somalis. Among them was one of the loudest voices in America, Alex Jones, who said, "Somalis are colonizers, not the colonized." Alex Jones, who is a prominent voice within the MAGA movement, presented historical arguments claiming that Somalis are not like other Africans who were enslaved, but rather colonizers. He stated that only 20% of people accepted British colonialism and that, even today, they are not allowed to hold high-ranking government positions. He claimed that 1,400 years ago people were traded and sold, and that the American slave market was part of this system. He also said that Somalis include clans that are not African, and that these groups are always at the forefront everywhere. As an example, he mentioned Ilhan Omar. When such a well-known figure in America speaks this way, it became clear that Donald Trump was being strongly challenged. Somalis, known for their strong reactions, flooded social media. They used AI-generated videos claiming that Minneapolis and Minnesota were promised to them 3,000 years ago.
3,000 years ago, the Somalis traveled across endless lands in search of a promised land.
We shall name this land Minnesota!
And so, the Somalis claimed this frozen paradise as their promised land.
What?
That's so far. But we're going.
And our map locked in.
Navigator.
3,000 years ago, the Somalinos landed in a land of lakes and hills, untouched by humans.
A land of endless snow, where even tea feared the cold. Here, the wind writes poetry on...
And so, the Somalianos claimed this frozen kingdom as their promised land, long before winter jackets were invented.
Somali, not a clan, not a flag of hate, not a tribal plan. I'm a voice, I'm a dream, I'm the rising sun. One blood, one land, we are one. Judge. I'm Somali, not a clan, not a clan. I'm Somali, not a clan.
At the same time, ICE forces were ordered to begin operations in Minnesota, specifically targeting Somalis living there illegally. In response, Somalis in those areas began to gather whenever they saw ICE agents, chanting slogans. They even gathered at hotels where ICE forces were staying. What we are seeing here is clear evidence of the breakdown of a great nation. The reason is that it has become distracted by issues it should not be focused on. When a country this large begins to divide the communities living within it, it can lead to hatred. And when hatred occurs, it becomes inevitable that internal conflict and decline will follow. I hope you found this video informative. I also hope you will support this channel and encourage us.
يا Somalia, Adamudan.
Please like, subscribe, and share your opinions with us.